to their aid. The evil force lures Melissa, an empath, into her worst nightmare.
As we were going through the house,
watch this. Maybe I've seen this too. Let's see if I've seen this one.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We're looking for ones ready to take classes after day jobs, after kids go to bed, before the sun comes up. On a campus, a kitchen table, a countertop, or all of the above. And I want professors who work with them in all those places, because these students aren't afraid to work hard and deserve a university that isn't either. If you're this kind of student, you're our kind of different. DeVry University. Different on purpose.
On July 16, 2013, nearly 7 years after her fiancé Matt Podolak had been poisoned with antifreeze, Holly McFeature went on trial for his murder.
This is a diabolical crime, putting small amounts of antifreeze in his drink and hiding that over the course of weeks and months until the final fatal dose was administered.
While that was what the authorities believed Holly had done, it had taken them a long time to come to that conclusion. It wasn't until July of 2012, 6 years after Matt's death, that she had been arrested for his murder.
She spent a few days in jail, and then she got out on house arrest, which angered the family, that she was able to, in effect, walk away while she's got these charges pending.
And despite the fact that Holly faced life in prison if convicted, she appeared confident that she would be able to walk away entirely.
She seemed very happy. At times she was smiling, laughing, and giggling. It was bothersome to me at times. I couldn't understand it. How could you be getting ready for a major murder trial and you're laughing?
In its opening statement, the prosecution argued that Holly had poisoned Matt in order to get out of their failing relationship.
She could have walked away, but in this case, she knew that he was going to be involved and invested in his kid's life.
Everybody told him to leave. And his pet answer was, I can't leave because I don't want to lose my kids. I want to see them every day.
So Holly knew the only way to get Matthew out of her life was to take him out.
And according to the prosecution, Holly had spent weeks spiking the thermos Matt took to work each day.
His favorite drink was raspberry sweet iced tea. He'd take his raspberry iced tea in the thermos.
You know, I think of antifreeze as a pretty harsh chemical, and yet it's sweet. So apparently you can put it in iced tea and you may not notice it.
How could somebody be that evil to poison somebody?
In the defense's open, they agreed that Matt's death was due to someone seeking an easy way out. But according to the defense, it wasn't Holly.
The defense basically told the jury that, you know, it wasn't murder, it was suicide.
Whatever. I'm gonna poison myself.
He had some gambling debts. He was having problems with his relationship with Holly.
You gotta end the nightmare. You gotta put to rest this family's tragedy.
But if Matt's death had been a suicide, why would he slowly poison himself?
No kidding.
When the prosecution started presenting its case, they called the medical examiner to testify about the minute crystals of ethylene glycol he'd found in Matt's heart and brain, as well as his kidneys.
When the kidneys become full of the crystals then travel through the blood to the heart. And then once they're inside the heart, they continue and travel to the brain. So our medical evidence was that this was antifreeze poisoning over a long period of time.
The science doesn't show one massive poisoning.
It was the prosecution's theory that Holly had been poisoning him over a course of several weeks.
And according to the prosecution's star witness, she had admitted as much. On July 18th, Holly's ex-boyfriend, Jameson Kennedy, took the stand.
It was pretty dramatic. He came in orange prison clothes.
And the sight of her old flame had a pretty dramatic effect on Holly.
Holly began to cry uncontrollably. This guy was going to lower the boom on her.
On the stand, Kennedy testified about the night in September of 2008 when Holly had broken down, apparently racked by guilt.
She was in hysterics, like histrionic, just crying and sobbing, and made a admission that she had done something to this guy. She had put something in his drink.
It would have been extremely powerful testimony for the prosecution if it weren't for one significant problem.
He's a thief and a liar and a convict.
Here is a guy who has been enjoying again and again.
And as the defense was quick to point out on cross-examination, he was currently in jail because Holly had turned him in.
So there's absolute motive for Jameson Kennedy to get back at Holly.
The defense did a pretty good job of beating him up.
I took Jameson as somebody that was trying to save his own butt. I did not believe a word that came out of his mouth.
Unfortunately for Holly, the prosecution had another witness, one with no reason to get back at her, her friend, Rebecca Vega.
Their children went to school together.
Rebecca Vega was a very important witness. Rebecca was able to take us inside the house of Holly McFeature.
Specifically, Vega testified about something she had seen in Holly's house around the time of Matt's death. A jug of blue-green liquid left out on the kitchen counter.
Rebecca Vega asked Holly McFeature, "What is this? What is this bottle?" And Holly McFeature replied that it was antifreeze.
And why was there a bottle of antifreeze on the kitchen counter?
The answer that was given was that that was antifreeze that Matthew Podolak had used to winterize his boat.
According to the prosecution, Holly's explanation might have made sense if it weren't for one thing. Matt Podolak died in July.
You don't winterize a boat in July.
It proved nothing, according to the defense. On cross, they argued that Holly had been telling the truth. The antifreeze was Matt's, and when she told Vega he was winterizing his boat, the defense claimed she was simply repeating the story Matt had given her to cover up his suicide.
Whatever.
And when they started presenting their case on July 22nd, they called their own forensic pathologist, who argued that Matt had been killed by one massive dose.
We truly believe this was an acute poisoning, as in suicide, and that the medical examiner's theory that he was poisoned over time with little bits was not right.
The defense didn't call Holly to the stand, but the jury would hear her words. Holly's defense hinged on a taped phone call between Holly and her ex-boyfriend, Jameson Kennedy.
Let me see.
Holly,
Unicorn are dressed up like
you know who this is?
The investigators had set up the call back in 2011, hoping to capture Holly's confession on tape. And it ended up being part of the defense's case, because from the prosecution's perspective, the call had been
Guys!
a failure.
Will you stop?
The drink from Matthew?
Yeah, are you trying to accuse me of doing
something to him? You could tell she was shocked that he actually called her.
You're putting words in my mouth right now. Because I never said any such words to you. Not ever putting anything in his drink. I would never have done that. Oh, that's creepy.
Never.
He was the father of my children. We were supposed to get married. And my world was destroyed when he passed away.
Coming up, the jury reaches a verdict.
It was very stressful.
And the decision sends shockwaves through the courtroom.
It was an emotional moment.
Every cookie here at Left Twix is extra crisp, so it stays crunchy when we apply caramel and chocolate.
Right Twix has the same thing.
They have packing tape like that over at Right Twix? Try both. Pick a side. Twix.
You dropped 40 grand on a new set of wheels, and wham, the minivan T-boned you. Guess what? Your insurance company will only give you $37,000 to replace it. Depreciation, they claim. How can my car depreciate before its first oil change? Maybe the better question is, Why do you have that insurance company?
With Liberty Mutual New Car Replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Dan Arcos Triple Zero is my go-to protein snack.
Protein from yogurt.
Yep, this Greek non-fat yogurt packs 15 grams of protein punch.
But what else?
It has 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. Dan Arcos Triple Zero.
Realtor.com presents real estate in real time. The map tool on the Realtor.com app lets you search for homes in the exact area you want. Watch me show Debbie and John how easy it is. Just motion your finger in the shape of your desired search neighborhood, like this. You can draw a circle, a square, rectangle, triangle, trapezoid, really anything.
What about a duck?
I love ducks. Absolutely anything.
What about cocktail shrimp?
Sure.
Or a pineapple?
Uh-huh. A tea kettle.
My nana?
Yep.
You have to let it go.
I can't. It's my lucky ball.
I'll tell you what. Let's sell it on let go.
I saw your post. I'll take it.
It's time to snap, post, chat, and sell. It's time to let go. Orange.
Cool.
Orange.
Cool.
Bold Fingers need Old El Paso Bold Tacos. Now in nacho cheese and ranch flavor.
I'd just like to say congratulations to the happy couple. Good luck in your nuptials. And Tina, if you could introduce me to your mother. Hey, Mrs. C, looking good.
Bold Fingers need Old El Paso Bold Tacos. Now in nacho cheese and ranch flavor.
Only Wendy's makes a deal feel like a meal. Introducing our new 4 for $4. $4 for a junior bacon cheeseburger, nuggets, fries, and a drink. You're still sitting there? That's fresh, never frozen beef, sizzling bacon, and so much more. Get 4 for $4 now at Wendy's.
Daily Burn is revolutionizing at-home fitness. From cardio to strength training to yoga, Daily Burn brings every type of workout right into your home. Stream Daily Burn to your TV and all your connected devices.
I started at a size 20 and I'm now a size 6. I've lost 90 pounds with Daily Burn.
Just choose a workout, a level, and a time.
Plus, Daily Burn's adding new programs all the time.
So guess what? You're out of excuses. Right now, try it free for 30 days. Go to dailyburn.com/free30.
Only Florida's Natural can bring you that straight from the grove taste. Because Florida's Natural is the only major orange juice brand that's owned by growers and never imported. We bring that straight from the grove taste from us, the orange juice growers.
Morning, ma'am.
To you.